This will be the 7th playoff matchup between quarterbacks with multiple MVPs entering the game. Brady versus Peyton, the only other one we've seen in the last 15 years. You see some of the matchups that we have seen in the past. And so just as we sort of have our first look ahead to what will be one of the most hyped games we could ever possibly imagine. Green Bay and Tampa Bay played week 6. Tampa Bay beat them 38-10. Aaron Rodgers has thrown only 5 interceptions the whole year. He threw 2 in that game. So Rex, why should we think this is going to be different?
Well, I think it's going to be different because Green Bay's defense is playing a heck of a lot better right now than they did during that time. And Devontae Adams was coming off an injury, been out for a couple of weeks, and that offense just looked out of sync. They really did. Now, I get where you're coming from. As dominant as Tampa's defense looked, I mean, Todd Bowles is going to do this with the game plan. Blow the dust off it. All right, boys, this is what we're going to run again, because it looked like they could have stayed out there for a week and Green Bay done nothing in that game. So I don't expect a whole lot of changes from Todd Bowles and company this week, but I think Green Bay, they are playing at such a high level right now. I think it's the game's definitely going to be different than it was the last.
Both these teams are. How is it different, Dan Orlovsky? How is that game different from what this one is going to be?
Well, Rodgers isn't going to turn the ball over like that. Second of all, Matt LaFleur is going to study that tape and go, okay, what were we not good at? You know, that was really when their pre-snap or at the snap motion was rolling, and Tampa Bay was the first team to kind of counter it where they blitzed off the motion. So he's going to have answers for that. I promise you he will have a much better plan for their blitz package, because they didn't really have a good plan for the blitz package when they met in week 6. I'd expect a lot of perimeter screens versus it for Green Bay's offense. And I think these teams are very different than they were 2.5, 3 months ago, where conceptually, schematically, personnel-wise, this will be a fantastic football game. And also, this game's in Green Bay. It's not in Tampa Bay. That is a huge factor for Tampa Bay's offense and their success.
Yeah, they haven't played a real cold weather game. At Washington a couple of weeks ago, but they haven't played a real cold weather game in a while. So, RC, we come to you. You have played against Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl. You have played against Tom Brady in championship games. Give us your sense of these two legends going head-to-head on Sunday.
I mean, this is my favorite matchup of the weekend, and obviously there's only 2, but I know a lot of people are interested in the young guns on the other side. These are the 2 best quarterbacks I ever faced during my career, and it was for different reasons. Tom was always ahead. Tom always understood where the blitz was coming, where the open man would be. But when you play a guy like Aaron Rodgers, none of that stuff matters. And I remember watching Aaron Rodgers in 2010, 2011, 14, and thinking to myself, he could never play better than this. I've never seen a quarterback more efficient, more comfortable, until I watched Aaron Rodgers play this year. He is in full control of this offense right now. And it seemed that early on in the season, he thought, and he could believe that this team could be good. But now he knows. Now he knows what Allen Lazard brings to the team. Now he knows what Robert Tonyan can be. We finally saw a 3-headed monster at running back last week or this week against the Los Angeles Rams. This is a different team. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a different team. But these are 2 of the greatest quarterbacks of all time playing at the biggest moment of this season. And we have to cherish this. We have to relish this. And the one thing that's different about this week than last week against the Saints is that number 12 from the Green Bay Packers still has it. And he has it in bunches. And it's going to be fun to watch these 2 legends battle.
Go ahead, Dan.
I just think the stress that Green Bay's offense is going to be very different than what they gave them in week 6 as well. Like, this is an offense that is going to stress them defensively, Tampa, way more than New Orleans did. I mean, the ability to push the ball downfield with Allen Lazard. We saw it against Green Bay. Rodgers' ability to get outside the pocket and move. Remember, like that's not something that Drew's able to do. You got to cover the tight ends. And this is going to be a physical run game. This is a run game that has really developed both physically and also scheme-wise to get the ball to perimeter. So, this is a team in Green Bay that has really learned a lot about itself over the past 2.5 months. And again, this is going to be a remarkable football game by both talent-wise and the coaching.
Coincidentally, but at least interestingly to me, both games this weekend are rematches of games that were played the same weekend. Week 6 on Sunday, the Buccaneers blew out the Packers, and then on Monday in one of the rescheduled games, Kansas City beat Buffalo. So we will see all these weeks later these 2 teams going head-to-head again. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.